Hey you guys, I'm Lisa from theScore eSports and I'm here with Marcel Feldkamp, our EU correspondent. It's day 2 of IEM Katowice and we're going to take a look back at the games that just finished and look forward to the games that haven't happened yet. So let's take a look at the teams that are playing at IEM Katowice. I want to get your thoughts. Let's start off with Group A. From the Group A, what teams did you feel were the strongest and which teams were the weakest?
Group A, I think Group A felt like a bit weak. To be fair, I think it was like the weakest group probably, and in terms of like matches, they were pretty low quality. And I think that all the teams that were in Group A are probably not gonna win because I think Group B right now, like SKT of course, and I think Ever looked okay, but in the end, I just feel that TSM, they look pretty out of like sync, and the communication is probably breaking down a bit there. I mean, they managed to go to the semifinals, but I don't know, they didn't really convince me or anything. So yeah, TSM. Then we have OG. OG, of course, dropped out instantly because yeah, Origin is just like not a really great team right now, and they have like a lot of problems. I think. I mean, the biggest obvious flaw is like their top lane and like the top side of the not the top lane, the top side of the map, and they don't play really to the strong sides of Mithi and Niels. So yeah, I think that it was expected. To be fair, I'm more surprised that actually Fnatic managed to go through.
Fnatic?
Yeah, I expected them to drop out too because Fnatic is in the same boat as Origin. I think they have like a lot of problems. Their top side pretty much is like pretty weak. They always put them on like Gamsu is like always put on tanks, stuck there, and yeah, overall it's just not the best European teams are there right now. So it's like not really good.
So actually, let's go back to Group A. The two teams that made it out were TSM and RNG. So were you surprised that these two teams made it out of Group A?
No, I don't think so. I think it was the expected result, to be fair, even when TSM is not very good right now. But I think I would put them above like the struggling European teams. So, and of course, the Korean team is going to make, the Chinese team is going to make it out, yeah.
And then looking over to Group B, right now we know SKT made it out. And I think they're right now actually currently fighting for that last spot in the semifinals. So with SKT, were you surprised?
No, I think SKT is probably, even in a struggling like fashion right now in Korea, I think they're still going to win this tournament probably because yeah, they're just like a really, really good team and have like really good players. So not anything fancy Group B. It's like expected. I mean, Fnatic is playing right now, I think, still against QG. QG is really good, but they're like very hit or miss. So Fnatic can definitely pull this up, but I don't know. Maybe, hopefully, European pride.
So you're hoping Fnatic makes it out?
Yeah, I mean, sure, why not? I think Fnatic is probably a bit more consistent than QG in that way, and you could actually see that in the first series they played and the first best of one, that Fnatic is adapting and improving game by game. So it's like really cool to see them play more games.
That's really great and all, but on the analyst desk, your calls haven't been that accurate.
You know, I was fooled. I was like, man, I really want CLG to win, but yeah, CLG kind of let me down on that one.
Okay.
For the second time.
For the second time. Well, I'm sorry about that. But okay, let's move on. Let's do some fast questions. Okay, so far in this tournament, what do you think has been the biggest surprise?
The biggest, I don't think there was any surprise, honestly. I feel this tournament was like exactly how it should be going right now in terms of
Clown Fiesta?
Yeah, I mean, it's more of a disappointment than a surprise, you know. Yeah, I think the games were like super low quality actually. I expected like, for example, like the Chinese teams, they have like no idea how to play like the lanes for wins. It's like really tough to watch. For the first 20 minutes of the game, it's always like Chinese teams fall behind 5k goal and then suddenly manage to win. And yeah, as a like analytical thinker of the game and in a critical way, yeah, they have no idea how to play the game. It's frustrating because it's like it's scripted. It's so easy, you know. But it should be easy, but it's not apparently. So yeah.
Coming from a pro player, right? You're like yourself.
I mean, yeah. Currently, I don't play, but I think I understand the game well enough to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But you know what? A result doesn't have to be the surprise. Like maybe a surprise champion that came out. Like for example, I was really surprised the Jin came out today. So thoughts on the Jin?
I mean, I've been on the Jin train for like 2 weeks already.
We're not talking about the alcohol, are we?
Wait. No, we don't.
Okay.
No. No, it's good. So, talking about the champion Jin, I think the biggest problem right now is like it's really, really strong in lane actually, and is used as a Kalista counter. But it has like a power hole in the mid game where early game super strong, power hole in the mid game, and then late game is like one of the best AD carries right now because the way his mechanic work, like super long range, and then this automatic crit which can crit for like 2k or something. It's it's like really strong, especially in like late game with like 4 or 5 items. And yeah, I think Jin right now, I think I'm gonna give it like 2 or 3 more weeks. Then a lot of people are gonna play Jin because his laning is like so dominant. And if you pair it with like a Thresh or something that can follow up on it, and then the W is like so long range, I think he has like a really like a lot of potential. But people need to figure out how to play this champion. Same with Kalista. It took like a while to get used to it, and then suddenly was the most broken champion in the game. So yeah.
That's true. We've seen Sneaky played it, Jin in NA, and now we have Fnatic's Reckless playing it. So we might be seeing it in the future. Moving on, let's talk about maybe the biggest disappointment so far. Which game made you upset?
Yeah. Okay. So there was one game, I think, in the Fnatic versus, what was it?
CLG?
CLG. Yeah, Fnatic versus CLG. The game 2. That was really frustrating to watch actually. It's like I was like, oh man, CLG is doing fine the first 5 minutes, and then what's happening? I don't know. Yeah, I think CLG. I expect like a lot more stuff from CLG actually, because they didn't really show up at all. So kind of sad.
That's unfortunate. I'm going to be honest, I was cheering for CLG too. But now, next question. We have the finals coming up. We have to make our predictions. Who do you think will make it to the finals of IEM Katowice?
SKT. And it's tough. That's a really tough to call. I know SKT is probably going to do it, and I wish it would be, I don't know actually.
Really?
Yeah, it's really tough to call actually from this perspective, because the games we've seen, they're so inconsistent and everything that I wouldn't be surprised if like any of these teams make it to the final, to be honest. I mean, yeah, there's SKT and the other 3 teams are...
So it's just going to be SKT in the finals?
Yeah, they're just, they're going to be, I don't know, I can't really call. I know SKT is going to be there for sure, but the rest, every single team can be there, yeah.
So you're going to call SKT the winner of IEM Katowice?
Yeah, of course.
All right, you heard it there. You guys, thank you for watching. Be sure to check out the rest of our content, including interviews at IEM Katowice on our channel.